I welcome you guys to the Make IT Simple YouTube channel. This video is continuation to my previous video, which is learning about Python. If you didn't go through my previous video, just go through it and come back to this video. I have given the video link in the description section. In this video, I am going to talk about built-in modules in Python. In my last couple of videos, what I explained is I explained about how to create modules and how to create packages. So here I'm going to talk about built-in modules in Python. So Python comes with a standard library that contains several modules for common tasks such as sending the emails, working with date and time, and generating random values and passwords and so on. There are so many modules that are already built into Python. That means there is already a lot of functionality that we can reuse. Let me show you where you can find the standard library. So what you can do is just open your browser, and here you can search for Python 3 index, Python 3 module index. See here. Make sure to add the version number because the modules in the Python 2 are different from the modules in Python 3. So here we search for Python 3, and the first page itself here you can see the Python module index for Python 3. Let's go ahead. And so these are the models that are built into the Python. You can be able to see there are a lot of models over here. For example, we have models for date and time, and we have models for email, and we have models for encoding and all. So there are a lot of models over here. This is not something you need to learn right now itself. As you work with Python and as you build more applications, gradually you will get more familiar with the various models here. In fact, nobody knows all the models in the Python standard library. Everybody knows some modules based on the application they have built. So in this video, I'm going to show how to use one of the built-in models called random. For example, there is a random model over here, and the random model for generating the random values. Let's write the code for that. Just going over here and already create a file with the built-in models. And what I'm going to do is so on the top, I want to just import random. That's it. And it shows over here because we are going to use the random model, right? So it is a built-in module, and we don't need a file over here like this because in the app.py we use the model converters, right? For that we have this file converters like this, but for this built-in model we don't need a file like this for this random. Then how this Python knows? Because how the Python knows means the Python interpreter knows that the random is a built-in module and knows where to find it. And if you're curious about where this random module is stored on the disk means, let me show you where it will be stored in our disk. So in this project panel, right, expand the external libraries, and then in the Python 310 library root, and inside the lib folder you can see here all the built-in module codes for Python over here. Ours is random, right? So you can able to see the random.py, and here see here, and here you can able to see the code, the source code for this model. Now in this video we don't want to worry about this. Let's go back to our code and just closing it over here and minimizing everything. That's it. And what you have to do is using this model we need to generate a random value, right? Now after importing this model, we can use this random as an object, and you can use the methods just like random, and you can use the dot operator, and you can access all its methods. There are a lot of methods will be there, and one of the useful method over here is called random. What we'll do is at every time when we are running this application, right, we call it generates a random value between 0 and 1. Let's see over here, and just make use of print, and I'm just closing it over here, and I'm going to run this program. See here, it is printing the random value between 0 and 1. Now what I'm going to do is I want to print 3 values. For that I'm going to use for loop for I in range. I'm going to use range because why I am using range function is I want to create a kind of range object. We can look this range object, and you can iterate each object that will spit out the value. I'm going to use range of 3. Already I explained about what is range function, and I want to have this code to be here. Now let's see. Now for each iteration what we'll get is we get a random value of between 0 and 1 for the 3 values. For the 3, see here you'll get 3 values. Again if I execute the program, you can able to get the different random value between 0 and 1. Now if I want to get a random value from a particular range, let's say I want to get a random value between 10 and 20, well, there is another method over here. Just here on clicking of dot operator, you can use a random integer, and what you can do is like we can pass the arguments over here like a and b, like 10 comma 20. Between 10 and 20 I need to get a random value. Let's see, it should print the three values between 10 and 20. See here 12, 15, 14, and again one more time I am getting executing this program 15, 12, 16. Again it will be getting some random values over there. We also have another powerful method for randomly picking the item from the list. Let's say we have the list of team members and you want to randomly pick some leaders. Let me show you how to do that. I'm just commenting these pieces of code. And what I'm going to do is like I'm going to define the list of team members. For that, just having the list team members equal to, so here in the list what I'm going to have like Dhoni and Rohit, and one more thing is like Virat, and then Pant, and then Rahul. Now from the list I want to get some random leader. So for that what I'm going to do is like I'm just going to use random dot choice. There's a method called choice, and you can pass the team members over here, team members. And what I'm going to do is like I will be adding it in a variable. The result will be adding in a variable, and then I can print that value, print of leader. That's it. So what this choice method will do is like it will randomly pick the item from the list and return it. So the random module is very powerful. Now let's see, just executing the program. It is returning Rohit. Again I'm running it, it is returning Virat. Randomly it is giving the value Rohit. Again it likes Rohit, I think more. See, it is returning Rohit. Now Pant, and again Pant, again Rahul, again Rohit. So it will randomly pick the item from the list. So in this video what I explained is like what are the built-in modules and how we can see the built-in modules in the browser and how to import it. And I explained one of the beautiful built-in module called random over here, and this is a very powerful and it will be used in lot of applications over here. If you have any doubts on implementing this, just add in the comment section. I'll be very happy to help you guys. Thanks for watching my video. Have a good day.